back to the Wrestle Show. On this episode, we'll discuss a few different topics of information. First off, Lana and Rusev may be splitting up. Dash Wilder had jaw surgery. As well, Mick Foley had his hip replacement surgery finally. So let's start off with Lana. Why would they do this? I really don't understand. Apparently, they'll be switching Lana away from her role as the manager for Rusev and his girlfriend, wife, whatever, on the show. And she'll be splitting up with Rusev and doing more of a Lana, Eva Marie style fandango thing. According to reports from people that have been at the recent NXT live shows and things like that, she's been dancing her way to the ring and acting entirely different, apparently. Apparently, WWE is wanting some hot feminine woman thing going on. I figure they had a lot of hot feminine women already, but apparently they're seen as more athletic, and they're trying to find somebody to fit the role of just a classic feminine beauty, apparently. Personally, I don't think it makes any sense because this particular storyline has failed with both Eva Marie and most recently Emma when they tried to change her over to Lana. Didn't work out. The fans didn't buy it. She didn't buy it. It just didn't work. But apparently, that's what they're going to do. Much like Roman Reigns was pushed, as Keith being pushed as a face, even though the fans don't want it. And speaking of Roman Reigns, come on. You had him beat The Undertaker and Undertaker's most likely Undertaker's last match, and you want to try to push him as a face? Are you broken, Vince McMahon? But anyhow, Lana apparently will be doing this Lana fandango thing, whatever it is, and hopefully it works out. It doesn't make any sense to me for her to be pulled away from working with Rusev. It's worked out really well. Rusev is really horrible on the mic. He can't talk. It's worse than listening to Brock Lesnar. And that's the reason Brock Lesnar has Paul Heyman, because Paul Heyman is Brock Lesnar's mouthpiece. You don't have to listen to Brock Lesnar suck on the mic. And it really sucks to listen to Rusev on the mic. It was nice to have somebody who could, one, offset his ugliness, and two, offset his horrible mic skills. Come on. He gets in the ring and he sounds like me on these videos. But that said, that'll take us to our next bit of information. And that is Dash Wilder had his jaw fracture surgery last Friday. Apparently it was completely successful. And he'll be out for a good few months as he heals. I wish him well, and I hope he and the Revival get back to doing what they were doing when they first got called up after WrestleMania, and I hope they're able to get their push going again. That said, it takes me to another surgery that took place last week from a former WWE employee, that being Mick Foley. He had his hip replacement surgery finally. He's been needing it for a good few years now, from what I hear, and he was already back to editing his book by the next morning, 5 a.m. in the morning, editing his next book called #Saint Nick. Expect to see that out in the near future, I guess, if he's down to editing. It shouldn't be that long till it's getting printed and sent out to stores, so be sure to check that out, I guess. I haven't read one of Mick Foley's books, though, since, Have a Nice Day, I think it was, came out. But that said, that's the video for the week, really, besides one little bit of information, or really a rant, I guess you could call it. But what I don't get is the 3-hour time slot on Monday Night Raw. I understand that they have a contract with USA, and they may be stuck into this 3-hour time slot for a while, but I hope whenever that contract ends, or maybe they can renegotiate and get rid of that third hour, because it's really doing nothing for the show. It's providing nothing to the story. It's providing nothing for the fans except extra commercials for the home viewer and extra squash matches for those in attendance. I have a better solution than what they're doing with 3 hours of Raw. They want to have the cruiserweights on Raw, so why not have Raw run from 7 to 9? On my end, I'm Central Time, so 7 to 9 Central. And then from the 9 to 10 Central slot, run 205 Live. It makes no sense for 205 Live to run after SmackDown Live when they're not on SmackDown Live. People watch SmackDown Live and they totally forget that 205 Live's even coming on, even with the advertisements, because they haven't seen any cruiserweights the entire episode of SmackDown. It'd make more sense and probably make them more money in the long run to put them on either before or after Raw and cut Raw to 2 hours. It would make more sense. I understand they're trying to get more content on the network and everything, but for the time being, they could easily put 205 Live to run in that first hour. You know, while they're and still they could keep hyping up Raw. That way, people are watching wrestling and they're thinking, "Hey, I'll stay and watch Raw." That would make sense to me. But I'm not Vince McMahon. I'm not the one in charge, and people hardly ever listen to me anyway. But anyhow, that's what I think they should do, and that's my thought on the current state of the WWE as it is, and what I think they should do to better the product in the near future. I hope to be able to do a segment like this in its own video, roughly, at least once a month or twice a month in the near future. Anyhow, I wish Dash Wilder quick healing. Same thing for Mick Foley, and dear Lord help us with this new Lana, Emelina, Eva Marie Fandango mess. Please like, subscribe, and share, and please check out my other videos. And have a great day.